The old man Santiago was down on his luck. 84 days he had gone without catching a fish. He was near approaching his record of 87 days without a fish. Still undefeated, Santiago ate and prepared himself for bed, as he knew there was a big day of fishing ahead of him. As the old man slept, he dreamt of the white beaches, so white they hurt your eyes, and high capes and great brown mountains. The old man no longer dreamt of storms, nor of women. He only dreamt of places and lions. The old man awoke to the smell of the breeze. He dressed and got ready to go search for the boy, as they both had long days ahead of them. Barefoot, the old man carried his mast towards the house of the young boy Manuel. As he walked, the old man encountered other fishermen on their way to the docks, all in hopes of catching the great fish. As he approached, the old man woke Manolin with the touch of his foot. Together they set off for the great day that lay ahead of them. The old man felt confident. He had fresh bait and fresh sardines, and he was ready to sail the sea. He drank his coffee, and he had a second cup, for he knew that would be the only thing for him today. He said goodbye to the boy as he loaded his ship and set off to sea. He did not realize that today would be the day he encountered the greatest adventure of his life. He began to paddle out to sea, still under the moonlit sky. As he continued to paddle, the old man began to talk to himself. Realizing this, he thought that perhaps the other fishermen nearby may think of him as crazy, but that did not matter to him because he knew he was not crazy. The old man planned on going farther than all the other fishermen, and he made good time as well, reaching his destination before the break of dawn. As the sun began to reach its peak, the old man set out his lines. He had hooks set out at different depths, just so he would make sure that he would not miss out on a big fish swimming by. Little did he know one of those lines was about to hook the greatest fish of his life. Santiago held strong as the giant marlin attempted to take line from him. Finally, after waiting patiently, Santiago caught a glimpse of the beautiful beast he was battling.
Three days later.
After a long, hard battle, Santiago finally came out on top and overcame the great marlin. Bringing the fish in was a great and marvelous task for Santiago, but he did it. However, the fish did not fit in his skiff. He was forced to tie the marlin to the side of his boat and set his sails for home. However, the blood of the marlin, trailing in the water, attracted many sharks, forcing Santiago to defend not only himself, but his prized catch. These sharks were a good battle for Santiago. It was a very even match, they kept coming back. However, in the end, Santiago came out on top. But the marlin didn't. Down, but not defeated, Santiago continued to fight off the malicious sharks. He lost almost every bit of his prize fish, and there was nothing but the skeleton left. As he unloaded his boat, Santiago headed for his hut, falling 5 times on the way there, but never giving up. He persevered through those hard times and managed to stand up 5 times in a row to continue to make his way back. Santiago persevered with every step, just like every muscle he used during his arm wrestling match that lasted 3 days. Just like that arm wrestling match, he was faced with defeat, only to come out on top. Even though the old man didn't get the fish, everyone saw the ginormous skeleton and realized what a master fisherman he was. As he walked, he thought about the long 3 days he had spent at sea, and all the things he had to do to make that catch. After the long walk home, Santiago finally reached his cabin. After putting away his mast, Santiago settled into bed. As Santiago slept, he only dreamt of places and lions, like before.
And now to discuss some themes, characters, and symbols from the book, The Old Man and the Sea. So first of all, we'll talk about themes that are shown in The Old Man and the Sea. The greatest theme shown in The Old Man and the Sea is determination and the will to never give up. It touches on persistence and all kinds of things like that. It's shown throughout the book because the old man is determined to get his fish so he can eat, and that's so he can sell it back at the market. He has gone almost 84 days without catching a fish, and he's gone that long before without catching a fish. So he could have easily given up, but he always stays determined and persistent to get a fish. And finally on the day that he catches the fish, he's taken for 3 days. It takes him 3 days to bring the fish in, so it shows that he's really determined and persistent on getting that fish. And he doesn't give up. He's always tired, hungry, and he's thirsty, but he doesn't give up, and he finally does get his fish. Even though at the end of the book the sharks do finally eat the marlin, he still stays determined, and he has a will to live and not give up. So that's shown throughout the novel. And it's also shown by the marlin as well, because the marlin doesn't want to give up its fight for its life too. So it also shows that. Some of the characters in the book are, the main character is Santiago. He's the old man. And a little bit about him, so as I said, he's very determined and persistent. He's gone 84 days before without catching a fish. He's friends with Manolin, who is a young boy. They are the two kind of main characters. Manolin isn't shown very much in the book, but he's really cares for Santiago. You can tell that he loves him. And he always makes sure that he has all his needs met. He makes sure he has food, shelter, clothing. He really wants to go out with Santiago when he goes fishing, but his parents won't let him. But at the end of the book, when Santiago comes in, he says that he's going to go against his parents' wishes, and he is going to go fishing with Santiago again. So those are the two main characters. Also, there's the marlin. He pretty much epitomizes the greatest opponent against the old man, so in his battle against the old man. And some symbols. In the book, Santiago is symbolized and kind of compared to Jesus Christ because of his struggle for 3 days when he's catching the marlin. And also he carries his mast like a cross when he comes back, and he falls 5 times just like Christ did. So he's kind of symbolized by that, so that's another symbol shown. So that's a little wrap up of symbols, characters, and themes for the Old Man and the Sea.